Good morning, hopefully everyone in a good mood. And yeah, again I try to get bored today. So as you see, I dressed not for the Halloween party. We're shooting a historic movie today, and we're shooting outdoor in a forest. So basically you can see a lot of cars and hundreds of people in the forest do the strange things, make a fire, put the bombs, make a decoration, and so on. Yeah, many of my mates, they asked me, okay, like show us behind the scene a little bit, how it's going up there and how it's look like and so on. Unfortunately, I have a really limited time for show anything, but I try to record like something it will be possible. Not always let's say I'm allowed to record anything on set because it's like a secret, because the costumes and decoration cannot show until the release. So sometimes I keep video like months or even year until I can put it somewhere online, let's say. So yeah, what's the difference is outdoor, indoor? Sometimes when we shoot something in jungle, like a month's time, so it's shot in a huge studio, but it still look a little bit unnatural. Probably you saw a lot of mistakes on the TV. But on a natural forest it looks much better, but you need to count the weather, the sun if you use a natural light, and many other factors like a lot of mosquito, dangerous animals, etc. So have much more fun. And as you see, we don't have here any rooms or anything, so basically changing rooms up here, and for costumes and everything, and the makeup, so everything just outdoor. And we just make some tents. So what the cool thing I will tell you, if it's somewhere near the city, stay in a hotel, come back to the set. So basically we here just for a day, I guess, maybe two. So basically everything comes just very quick, nothing much special up here. And sometimes you can spend maybe a week time. And if it's nothing nearby, so basically you have to stay in a tent, and in such condition, a tough job. So actors and everyone gets really tired. So usually locations, they based, if it's in nature, try to make it for short time as possible. And yeah, how we shoot it. So as we try to use the location only for a couple of days, so basically it's one part from beginning of the movie and from middle and from an end as well. So sometimes movies shoot step by step from start to the end, sometimes from the end, sometimes from beginning, depend from location and location manager and many other crew of the teams, they decide how it's supposed to be shooted and so on. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll show you a bit more later on. Now I need to go to the set, have some fun. So now forest full of people, put the coffins, do unknown stuff, make effects, bomb, put a fake blood around, fire. Also we have a lot of fun up here. Okay, a little bit share my experience from shooting in some historical movie, let's say from 15th or 17th centuries and so on. And some production, I admit, it always depends from a director and budget, make a really good job. So people make precise research about the clothes and costumes and decorations, how it was look like in certain city, let's say in a Paris or London or whatever, and make the scene really precise. So I would say some jobs is really great, but a lot of movies, I don't know, TVC or maybe let's say TV series what you saw on a telly doesn't look real at all. Some people just put some clothes, it may be something like that. Yeah, it's look like Victorian style from 16th centuries and so on, but in real no one wear the clothes in that time. And in China, in India, I saw like so many mistakes and many people just have no clue. And after, when you watch several movies, probably some people create the idea. So yeah, indeed, in that time people wear these clothes and so on. Several reasons. Some TV series, they just shoot it every day, go and and for the certain scene, they just don't have a budget, don't have a costume, so they maybe mix costume or take what costume available and so on, what not real at all. So probably people who quite good in history, they may take a laugh. Also a few times I saw when was a soldiers and was not enough costume for the soldiers, so it was a great mix with a Roman, European, Chinese costume with more, made some tiny adjustments, but even if it's not on the background, when you not put much attention, you can see it like it's so fake. Like, and yeah, I can give you like a really good example how the frame syncing might work. So let's say a very famous Viking. So everyone probably have a stereotype thinking they put a helmet, you know, really stylish. And basically just some costume makers, they try to create their own design for the movies and so on. And when a lot of people watch the movies, was been quite popular. And after everyone just start to copy that style, what basically it wasn't true. And other things with the Roman costume, probably you are really familiar with the costumes about the Spartanians. Yeah, where kind of arrows you can see on a helmet and so on as well. It's really good job about costume makers for make it looks cool, a little bit of special and so on, and create a new stereotype of the costume what been before. And it's like millions examples, same like in China, historical movies about some human rebel and so on, and the costumes they just was created for looks a little bit better. They didn't take it from real, they make something like looks nice and so on. And such thing I saw like many times. Same about the decoration. So sometimes it's really difficult for create a realistically exact street. So in the best case make like a blue screen or green screen, whatever, and put some picture on the background. But some production I saw like who have a quite good budget in India especially, they love to make a historical movie, especially when the British break in and so on. So I saw when was built, of course it was like mostly cardboard and everything, but build all of the street and look exactly how it was, and like amazing job, like hundreds of people done it. Okay, and yeah, so for sure I'll be in a more movies soon, so we'll be really glad to share even more interesting information for you. So last movie was about the Spartanians. So yeah, the production, they found several locations around the world, like in Paris and Rome and Greece, and the movie shoot like in so many places. What look like to the certain picture was like really amazing. So basically when you watch the movie, you see the first second when people walk from some place and after walk to another place. It might be not even in different countries, and might be I mean, it might be not even different cities, it might be in different countries, and some film what looks like amazingly plane crashed on a beach, and after people run and they appear on the mountains and so on, so it might shoot like on a different islands. And for find a really cool location, sometime take weeks, months, and let's say a film that I was at Bryce Tree. They look for the suitable location year, and finally they found. They look around the world something what will be fit the idea, and it was involved like big amount of people. They searches everywhere, and it took a year. So during all of the film and costumes and everything was prepared, big group of people, they look for the good location around the world. So they check pictures, fly, go on a place, check is suitable or not, it's possible for rent it, and so on, go on the next one, and so on, and so on, and so on. So when you see some movie would take a half an hour, even in the documentary, it might take months time or even a year to make everything so cool, make everything precise. First of all, make some storyboard, and after make some changes and changes again. It's maybe 100 changes until you see the final version. And sometimes they shoot all of the scenes for the movie, and finally maybe 20, 30%, 35% will not go to the movie. They cut it because it might be concerned or with any other reason, or maybe until movie will be finished until next year, some style was finished as well, or jokes might be too old already, or so on. So like really few times I saw the story was made in 2 hours, but movie is supposed to be like 1 hour, 20 minutes, and so on. So it's quite interesting, like everyone shooting in their own style, but still they have a certain rules what some directors follow, some not, and it's quite interesting. I would say same about language and so on. When people, let's say, speaking old French or old English style, they're not always quite precise, I would say. So what I just try to say, just don't be too serious about many movies what you see, yeah? So it might be not really real. But if you're really knowledgeable, so you can compare, and probably with something you might have a good laugh. So yeah, nothing more, just sharing my experience and show a little bit behind the scene, how we work on, and try to make something cool. So I take a part to the Hellboy production. Some short movies I done from myself. Sometimes take part like actor in a big production. So basically, whereas my opinion just cost nothing, but still for myself, I can learn for the professionals how they just make the scene and make everything possible for look precisely to a certain idea. Okay, just stay on, and later will be much more interesting stuff for sure.